bigger and bigger, and but they're still they're still attainable. So you're just really trying.
All this stuff. Andrew Tate's so big.
When their campus and facility was insane for a JUCO, and you got
and posted on the internet.
Mariah Carey's song
Been asked on any of these podcasts.
Everyone's a hater. Everyone's a critic. That's why he's here.
Yeah.
Inaugural episode and our very first guest on the show. He's a gentleman and a scholar. He has a jump shot that would make Mike Breen blush. He led his team in scoring last season and is a member of the 2022 Pac-12 preseason first team. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Stanford star Spencer.
No, for me, it's really just keeping that scoring, showing I can do that consistently over a course of the season, and just being that consistent player, that you need to be as a senior and as a leader for the team, so everybody has something to fall back on. As a team, I mean, it's been 4 years now. I gotta hit that tournament. That's the thing. We got the experience now. So definitely tournament run. And I'd be surprised if we're outside top 4, top 5 in the pack. We definitely got the talent for it. And then I remember towards the end of the year, had the Northwestern coach. The Northwestern was on me for a little while. Had the coach come out. That was actually the game we lost against what's that team? Or in sub-state. So they ended up not getting me off and doing still wanted me to like walk on or something, but I wasn't doing that. It was like I said, it was literally just about personal growth. Like it was just like, for me, it was like making these small goals. Like freshman year is just make the freshman A team. It wasn't even about varsity or whatever, and it was all about personal growth. And then, as like I said, as you get better and better, those goals just get bigger and bigger. And, but they're still, they're still attainable. So you're just really trying to work towards that. And that was the biggest thing that motivates me, is just keep reaching goals that you didn't expect, were possible 5 years ago, but, incrementally just getting better and better and better. Like that's the biggest thing you need to focus on. Don't make them too much out of reach, but keep them close enough, but, keep them far enough, but still like close enough to be able to actually see yourself getting there, pretty quick. So
Out of curiosity, do you have like a painting or drawing with you? I didn't know you like.
Yeah. Here, I can flip the camera real quick. Oh man. Yeah, I didn't start really getting into it until I wouldn't say I'm really that into it. How do I flip this camera? Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's a room right there. And then there's another one right there. Those are like last two I worked on, but yeah, once season starts, I don't really.
Once season starts, there's no time for art.
There's barely time for it now. There's barely time for it.
Oh yeah. But
yeah, no, that's just something for me, just to like. Honestly, sometimes I do it during season. But for me, it's just like time to clear my mind. It's a great time to get those voices that you were talking about out, and just kind of keeps you in the present, keeps you, just keeps your mind right. All right, let's get this last question in. I gotta hit dinner. I'm hungry.
Oh yeah.
All right, you're all good.
In honor of the great Shogun Corey Kenshin, sit back, relax, grab your snacks, enjoy the show. The great Jake Paul.
yes,
Beat Anderson Silva by unit.
yes, he did.
Yesterday. And it's nuts. You see, our grandparents had Muhammad Ali. Our fathers have Mike Tyson.
Yep.
And we have Jake Paul. He is 25, and he just beat the arguable GOAT of UFC.
Yeah.
In a fight. I don't care. They could have been slap boxing, and if Jake beat him, it would have been impressive. That is Anderson Silva.
You have a point.
I'm just saying that growth. Nate Diaz, he's the truth. He's the truth.
He's a monster.
He's a monster. But Jake Paul is a monster too, and I don't.
Or even if this Conor McGregor fight happens, I don't know if I could see him beating either.
Oh, he's gonna beat that Irish.
Hold
on. No. Conor McGregor's scared. That's why.
Conor McGregor's coming off a broken ankle.
There's levels to this.
Yeah.
Mayweather was undefeated, or is undefeated still. And I don't care if Mayweather's retired. Mayweather would up Tate too. And I know Andrew Tate, the 4-time kickboxing world champion. Here's what will happen. Exactly. So they'll fight, again, Andrew Tate's a kickboxer. Also, Andrew Tate's asking for 2 warm-up fights before this. Logan Paul doesn't actually fight people. I don't know why Tate thinks he needs a warm-up. If he's so tough, big macho, 4-time kickboxing world champion, kill anyone who walks into his house, blah, blah, blah. Beat up a man with his bare hands, fight a bear, like all this stuff. Andrew Tate's so fake. Like he's like, oh, I need 2 warm-up fights to fight a YouTuber who hasn't won a fight yet. Like, yeah.
I just kind of think I could see maybe like maybe like a Michael Jackson, kind of disappears, fakes his death. I don't, it's just kind
Michael Jackson back.
It's a shot. It's a shot in the dark. But I mean, if we're just going by trends, if I'm the one to call it, I mean that'd be pretty cool.
He's gonna fake his death and go to Cuba. Is that where we're at?
Hey, it's more of those things. Like it's not impossible, so you might as well take a shot. And if I'm right, I mean I don't want to be, but I mean. I think gonna say I called
that album was so bad or not so bad, but it was so forgettable.
See, and the thing is, I think Jimmy Coach just brings out the best of that. I mean, it's better to hot take, better to drop a trash album with 1 fire song than not to drop it at all. I'll say it.
That's true. I agree.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because we're blessed with that 1 song. I mean, we all hate on the album, but then at the end of the day, we're like, hey, we still got 1 good song, Can't really complain too much,
So, we still got. I am so excited for it. Don't get me wrong, Babytron right now is it's great, best new artist this year. But I am Drake. Drake is me. I love Drake, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most. And I can't wait till that album comes out. So
wait, Walt, what is wrong with being a band kid? See, I used to
everything. You guys are the scum of the earth.
I did band in middle school. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, what? Of course you did. Look at you.
Here's the thing. I think the band kids get such a bad rap because,
Kyle, did you not see your hair in middle school? Yes, there's a reason you had a bad rap. Before we introduce our special guest, I do have one thing I'd like to say. Go Tiger!
Oh my!
Go Tiger!
Comeback is real.
Sure. Full time sleep.
That was a crazy game last night. It was.
Sleep. It's hard being the best team in the nation. Jayhawks W yesterday. Tiger W yesterday. Go Tiger. Rock Chalk. We on it. Introducing our very special guest today, the lean rusher in the state of Kansas, a dual sport athlete. They call him Hollywood because the lights are never too bright. Welcome to the show, Malik Hollywood.
I was more of a big basketball guy because I was scared of contact growing up as a kid.
What is next for Hollywood going forward? High school.
Just finish out basketball season and just have fun with that. And then I'm probably gonna commit in February after I do all my official visits and how more and more offers come in. So hopefully I can come back on here and then I can announce my commitment on here.
Oh yeah, I'd love to have you do that. Yeah. Is there anywhere you're leaning towards right now?
But I just low-key want to go JUCO for a year and just get stronger. I low-key want to. And their campus and facility was insane for a JUCO. And you guys probably said that he's going to Alabama for a year. So I low-key want to go JUCO for a year just to get bigger. But if I don't go JUCO, I'm probably going to go to one of those ones. But I haven't really decided yet.
I respect that. Yeah, I'm technical difficulties. We'll be right back after this message from our sponsors. Anyways, welcome back to the show. Our sponsor is Wade and the Walter. Follow us on Spotify. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Coming soon to Apple Podcasts. 60 seconds. Let's go.
Malik, you are more than welcome to start.
Please inform me how you beat Olathe South.
I don't want to take all the credit. No, I'm just playing.
Just remember, rise above the petty stuff, I think is what I'm trying to get at. Petty squabbles and stuff, it's not worth it. It's not worth because you never know what's going to happen. And that's kind of where I'm at with that. To talk about, because I said it last episode, I'm a Drake. He is a Drake. Everybody should be a Drake.
Hey, sir. Maybe Tron's not in your top 5, then you don't need to talk about that.
Exactly, bro. Babytron's not in your top three. Don't talk to
He's
me.
not in top 3.
Your
Not
top three rappers right now is
Yeah,
Drake,
Jake
Tron,
Paul, bro.
and Lil Baby. Drake, Tron, and Baby.
facts.
Introducing another special guest today, one of the top-ranked defensive backs in the state of Kansas. He's committed to Northern Iowa to further his athletic and academic career. He's not Hollywood, he's Holly Zoe. Welcome to the show, Alonzo Morgan. So why Northern Iowa?
And I know and I feel comfortable that they're going to set me up to make it to the next step, which is to the NFL. Oh, he likes Green Bay. Red flag.
Definitely.
Yep. I told you. Look at that. Very attractive man as well. I'll just put it out there. I'll put it out there.
No, bro, that's all you, bro.
I just thought I'd mention it. You know,
Guys, we are not.
we're not homosexual.
We're not podcast, guys. We're not gonna. This is not what.
Not yet.
And I'm just proud of every single one of my teammates, because one thing we did go through that we will learn in the near future is adversity, fighting through adversity. When things get hard, would you give up or you would keep going for the greater good? And what we did was we kept going.
Like a trigger word for people, like where they hear ego and they instantly think it's bad. And I'm like of the complete contrary, because ego with
depends.
And out of control ego and unhealthy ego is bad, but
Right.
a good, healthy, controlled ego is good, because ego is your sense of self, like your sense of self-identity and self-worth.
That's what I'm saying.
But having the confidence to know you can take on any challenge and put your best foot forward and potentially overcome and conquer, that's huge to me. I mean, dude, I'm the stupid 18-year-old now, but like I was a stupid 17-year-old who was like, you know what, I want to just talk to my friends and post it on the internet. And now we're getting paid to talk. Anyways, we're starting a new segment today called Kyle's Corner, where Kyle asks a question of the day.
It's called Questions with Kyle. Oh my Lord.
A boxing match between two of the most controversial people on the internet, the problem child, Jake Paul, and the 4-time kickboxing world champion, Andrew. You guys know how much editing I'm about to have to do? I hate both of you.
No, keep it in there. We're going to keep racist Walter. Right?
Yeah, we want the world to see how you actually are.
Walter's going to get canceled.
No.
Who's taking the money? It's us.
This
is our show now.
We've just
Okay, so I know nothing about anything, but I don't know anything about this either, but I watched the standoff, and I will say it's stupid. They're stupid. So
because I've been waiting to say this all week. Jake Paul is going to knock out Andrew Tate.
You're only saying that because you hate Andrew Tate. That's all.
Logan
took all the looks. I'll say it. It's off topic, but he's pretty. He's pretty. He's attractive.
Honestly,
you know?
I could really care less about the fight. I mean, it's Floyd Mayweather against a YouTuber. But I would like to say Floyd Mayweather is only taking these exhibition YouTuber fights because he is going broke. Two things I have to say about cancel culture. First of all, you can't cancel someone that doesn't care.
Yup. Gonna say the same thing.
If you don't care, then you can't be canceled.
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of a given. And then second of all, any publicity is good publicity.
I wouldn't be surprised if Andrew Tate eventually makes a presidential run off of that. Same thing. Any publicity is good publicity. He's just such a polarizing person. Anyways, welcome to this special holiday edition of Wade and the Walter. Merry Christmas. Dun, 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 dun.
It's not even Thanksgiving, Walter.
Huh?
Yeah, Christmas
Not
stuff
even
is not
Thanksgiving.
allowed till after Thanksgiving.
I thought Christmas was this Thursday. Oh. Well, I don't care because Thanksgiving sucks. Christmas on top.
I think it's ageist, if you will. I'm going to say this.
I don't care if it's ageist. Say it, Demitri, because you're right.
All right. Old people should not be president. No, because it's the same thing about driving, right? We have this discussion in AP Gov. It's like, should these people be allowed to drive when they are literally putting people in danger?
They shouldn't be. You should have to retake your driver's test every 4 years. I'm going to mention. I'm sorry. I'm not over this. Thanksgiving is actually in your guys' top 3 holidays.
Yes.
Like, can I just get an explanation? I never got an explanation.
Christmas music is overrated.
Get off my pod. I hate both. Like, why did I pick you guys to be my co-host? This is terrible. You're wrong.
You heard me. Mariah Carey's song is the most overplayed song in the world?
Football is so amazing and fun. And I'll say this 20 times out of 20. Football during Thanksgiving is better than basketball during Christmas. Like,
yeah, I would definitely say that.
Also, DeJuan Harris is the best true point guard in the country and the best defender in the country. You should come on the podcast. Thank you, DeJuan. So, do you guys think like Andrew Tate will run for president at some point? Because no. Just because I got a bunch of crap on TikTok about like, oh, he can't run for president. He's not from here. Yes, he is. He was born in Chicago.
I think they're
like Twitter is gone. Twitter's the Wild West of social medias now. They unbanned everybody. They unbanned Andrew Tate, Donald Trump, and Kanye, I believe, in the same time frame. I'm pretty sure Andrew Tate tweeted, I might be the top G, but Elon is the top E. And then when Kanye got unbanned and did the testing tweet, Andrew Tate responded, top K.
No way.
We have a very special guest today. He's one of the top trainers in the state of Kansas, if not the country. He has some of the best open runs with professional basketball players. He trains professional basketball players like Ochai Agbaji, Christian Brown, soon to be NBA players like Mark Mitchell. He runs his own business called House Elite Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Ryan Deppen.
Believe it or not, I don't eat turkey. I don't eat ham. I'm kind of weird about it. I really enjoy a nice cooked steak on Thanksgiving. So my parents cooked their ham, cooked their turkey, and I had a good steak. But number one option always green bean casserole.
I think we were talking about if something was a travel or not. So I think our first conversation was actually an argument.
Probably seems about right.
Yeah, I think that's in character for that coaching chair and that coaching position versus playing.
Yeah, I would say from the coaching position compared to player, it's really easy to obviously, feed on energy and stuff. In a coaching position, it's hard to not get distracted. In my personal experience, it's hard not to get distracted. 2 or 3 times, didn't have a ton, but it definitely hits you hard. It's like just because you're a younger guy doesn't mean that I'm not as passionate. I haven't put in the hours, I haven't put in the time to get to the point where I'm at.
So what is it like? You've obviously worked with a ton of different people. So what's it like working with a bunch of different people, personality-wise, size-wise, skill-wise, and then how do you adjust to each individual on a personal basis to get the most out of their training?
That is probably the best question I've been asked on any of these podcasts. Yeah, man.
I thought
that was a good answer.
What I was about to say, the reason I made a face, I was about to say, I was going to be like, Ryan, was I what junkyard dog?
I don't know.
I feel like I was some days and you were nicer. I feel like you were nicer to me when I was. I feel like you liked me more and I played a lot more when I
I don't understand. If you can change your perspective from I can't to now I can, and change how you see failure, mistakes, all of that, you're winning. So your relationships with people matter more than the logo, matter more than the company, matter more than any of that. Your relationships matter. So how much you invest into those relationships, that will carry you a long way. So
put time into something. If you like it, cool. Keep trying other things. If you love it, put all you can into it. So
with having a story to tell, and I've talked to DEMITRI about this several times. I think Kyle too. But everyone has a story, and a lot of times if you sit down and just talk to people, it's so fascinating. And there's a lot to learn from other people. So I think it's good when you have a story and you have a way to tell it, put it out there. Because even if it just helps one person, it resonates with one person, it motivates one person, that's enough. And
never say no. This kind of goes into your business thing, right? So never say no to an opportunity. Never say no to helping someone. Never say no to something you know nothing about, because something great could come of it, right?
Anyways, welcome back to Wade and Walter, the world's current smallest podcast. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Obviously, we've taken a brief hiatus. We took a couple weeks off.
It's like, man, they did it. I'm gonna do it too. And for somebody who has he has like millions of subscribers on YouTube. It just shows you with great power comes great responsibility. And he did not uphold that responsibility.
So you've gone viral before. That's and that's something I kind of wanted to talk about. You've gotten
Making me blush, Walter.
4 or 5 million views.
It's
like everyone has a reason to like hate and like be a hater. Like everyone's a hater. Everyone's a critic. That's what it is.
Great point.
What's old society in itself, and like I don't want to be that guy who's like society.
Escape the Matrix, bro.
But I've asked several adults. I was like, "What did they first pay you to give up on your dreams?" Like,
because I do something, no matter what age you are, whatever. And I know this is gonna sound cliche, whatever, but like the truth is, like, if you really stick to something and you grind and you work your butt off, you can make a living off of it, and you can do it and change lives for the rest of your life. That's just the fact of the matter. And it's something a lot of people they don't want to admit it, but it's
introducing our biggest guest to date, and possibly ever. He knows when you've been sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He's a man of many names, including but not limited to St. Nicholas, Old St. Nick, Chris Kringle, and Pelsnickel. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I present you with the one, the only, the real Santa Claus.
Well, hello there. No, I'm happy to join both of you. I know that you guys have actually been nice this year, which is good to see. And I'm just happy that I can share maybe some stories and some fun about Christmas. Well, it's a lot. I work out quite a bit, up there in the North Pole. And surprisingly, and don't let, when people talk about eating their vegetables and stuff like that, cookies and milk works just fine.
What's Mrs. Claus doing?
Can I keep this between us?
Yeah.
Okay. She's a little cranky right now. She gets a little sideways this time of year because she's like, all you do is make toys and play with the elves and la. Listen, I got a job to do. I got one day out of the year. That's what I tell her. But running the reindeer, we keep them in shape with calisthenics and yoga.
How do reindeers do yoga?
Stretch. They kind of look like that. Time zones, right? So we try to drop off presents starting at about 10 p.m. Sometimes 9:30, and we start at Greenwich Mean Time, which is basically, well, not Greenwich Mean Time. We actually start from the North Pole. We start probably around Russia to Australia. We just kind of keep going that way until we get all the way back around. And by the time we hit the east coast of the United States, we've already hit some of Canada. So then we just kind of keep going like this, vertically, up and down, north to south, east to west. And by the time we hit California, it's about midnight California time, go up to Alaska, and then head home.
Shout. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
See? That was my least favorite. Are you ready for it?
I have a feeling Dustin's going to be happy about this because I feel like I know what it is.
I feel like I know what it is too. Yeah.
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 You have beef with Mariah Carey?
Yes, I do.
Not you, Santa. Santa has beef with Mariah Carey.
Plug your ears.
You have beef with Mariah Carey?
Well, it goes back to her not believing in Santa Claus.
Mariah Carey doesn't believe in Santa Claus?
She didn't for a long time. And then she made that song, and then she's like, oh, all I want for Christmas is you. I'm going to make millions of dollars. Yeah, well, believe in me, and then maybe we'll talk, right? Yeah.
I can't believe Santa Claus has beef with Mariah Carey. I would not have guessed that. That was...
Yeah, it's breaking news. You'll see it on TMZ later. But She knows. So, what are your favorite Christmas movies?
Die Hard.
Which is a Christmas movie, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So Santa does count Die Hard as a Christmas movie.
Totally agree.
I mean,
So think about
can we work out world peace? Like, I feel like a lot of people ask for that, and we're still working on that.
Every year, and every year I try. You know,
Is there anyone you were particularly pulling for in the World Cup, or?
Well, I believe that Messi with Argentina is the GOAT.
Goodness, so many to tell. There was one time that, and they actually wrote a song about it, that there was a mom who was under the mistletoe. And I thought, well, she was under the mistletoe. And she asked if she could give me a kiss. Little did I know there was somebody hiding around the corner, and they saw her kissing me that night.
Yeah, how do you get the beard to be just great?
It is. It's a luscious beard.
You know, it is.
I think if I had one message, it would be that we all need to do a very good job of just being respectful of one another, treat everybody with kindness.
And that would just make not just me happy, but the world happy. That even if we disagree with people, it's okay to disagree, but do it in a respectful manner. Maybe they're a little grumpy, like Mrs. Claus over there. But you know, I'm still nice to her. She needs to be nicer to me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Drink Prime.